Hello, my name's Michael Keneally, and I work from my Druid Forest School website, and particularly the Sacred West of Ireland tours, and I'm now interviewing the wonderful Edward Durand, who is so learned and spiritual, and he's going to tell us about his Kirtan and mantra experience that he offers. And of course this can be an add-on to like his Fairy Fort tour or his Labyrinth work, etc. So what is Kirtan and mantra?
Okay, well my more regular song circles that I facilitate are sacred songs from around the world, but occasionally and also offered as an optional add-on to a tour is both Kirtan and mantra. Now Kirtan is basically the singing of mantras, generally with the call and response if you use the term Kirtan, but that's not always how it's used, and that's not how I use it, because I like to do it as a circle. So like minimal teaching, I go through the meaning and the pronunciation, of course, because I think it's important to have that understanding, yes, so we could be united in our voice, our minds and our hearts, so we can feel the meaning of the words.
Yes.
But I like to have minimal teaching, so it's not done as a call and response, but sung together as a circle. So that makes it more of a sacred space rather than just kind of following a guru.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Kirtan is generally the sacred bhajans or ragas, the sacred songs from India, although or Sikh mantras, and some people include Tibetan Buddhist mantras and songs from elsewhere. But as I have such a mix in my sacred song circles with sacred songs from around the world, I occasionally have a specific Kirtan one, which is just the Indian mantras.
I think you include Tibetan Buddhism in it, don't
Did
you?
I include the Tibetan ones in that?
So, yeah.
Okay. The Sikh ones anyway, because they're also called Kirtan, because that kind of comes from Hinduism. It is a separate tradition now.
Yes.
Because I used to co-facilitate sacred song circles with a Sikh, and originally I used to attend Kirtan in Wales, which was co-facilitated by a Sikh also. And they have a great knowledge of mantra and Kundalini yoga and things like this. But this more local one, I explained to you that it's not a branch of Hinduism. Sikhism is a separate tradition.
Yes.
But it's also called, because it comes from India as well, so it's also called Kirtan. So I include an occasional Sikh one, but generally the kind of Hindu Vedic mantras, which are often basically names of the divine. And the Indian gods aren't separate gods, they're all kind of aspects of the one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for example, Ganesha, the elephant-headed deity, son of Shiva, the transformer. Ganesha is known for being helpful for removing obstacles. So it would be, to sound for the mantra for that aspect of the divine would help remove obstacles in your life.
And people could even perhaps ask, is there a mantra for something I'm experiencing now? Could they?
Yes, I might have a relevant one.
Yes. And I love Tibetan Buddhist mantra as well for contacting the face of the divine.
Yeah. And so but I do mantra as a separate workshop. So with Kirtan, there we sing the mantras, but with mantra we kind of intone the mantras. So the focus is the mantra and the sound and the intent, rather than singing. So it's a bit more kind of meditative and focused, and so it's intoned a bit like a spell or a prayer.
Wonderful.
Rather than singing a song. So and it's very powerful.
Which was the one I went to recently?
The last one was mantra.
Mantra, yes. Yeah. And I was, so full of that for days afterwards. It
Wonderful.
Was very, very powerful and healing and spiritual.
And the next one I'm doing is mantras for the chakras. because it was requested, because the last mantra workshop was so powerful. More mantras were requested.
Yes.
So, and I had a collection of mantras specifically for the chakras, which are the energy centers in the bodies.
Yeah.
So that's what the next workshop will be in 2 days' time here.
Yes. Yes.
Specific mantras for each of the chakras to help.
Yes. So in fact, people living locally can find out when your different events are and come to them here in Sligo. But of course, what the Sacred West of Ireland Tours finds is that we get many, many people who come to Ireland for a holiday, usually Easter to autumn, Ed has such a wonderful list of things you can opt for and book, especially for you when you come. And indeed, I also lead tours to the many utterly wonderful sacred sites around here. So do look up Edward Durand's details on the tours page on our Druid Forest School website. Get in touch with Ed and book your wonderful, healing, utterly spiritual experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.